Good day, I'm Caroline Brown and this is your JIS News for Monday, June 16. The World Bank is projecting that the Jamaican economy will grow by 1.1% by the end of 2014. The bank also indicated in a news release that it expected the economy to grow by 1.3% in 2015 and 1.7% in 2016. This information comes on the heels of Jamaica's annual non-deal roadshow in the United States to sensitize stakeholders on the status of the Jamaican economy in a bid to boost investor confidence. The Jamaican delegation, led by Finance Minister Dr. Peter Phillips, is now in Europe to continue the tour, which is scheduled to end on June 21. Government has been pursuing an economic reform program for Jamaica to strengthen the tax system, reduce debt, and reform the public sector. Cabinet has approved amendments to the Customs Act to allow the Commissioner of Customs to forego security requirements for the temporary importation of goods.
The new regime, which will come into effect next month, will fast-track the movement of goods through the ports by investors, delegates and organizers of meetings, events and conventions, as well as the promoters of the film industry and international sporting events.
The Information Minister said the new rule would reduce the costs to persons investing in major productions in Jamaica and fast-track the movement of goods. More than 700 residents in Gibraltar and surrounding communities in St. Catherine are benefiting from a rainwater harvesting system. The system, which was handed over on Friday, included the installation of gutters and water tanks within 7 communities. Portfolio Minister Robert Pickersgill urged members of the community to take advantage of the new water system.
The rainwater harvesting system is a welcome investment and is expected to alleviate the water challenges that you have experienced in the past. I'm confident that this project will add to the productivity of your communities. This in turn will help to increase employment opportunities and development within your communities.
The rainwater harvesting system in Gibraltar, St. Catherine was funded by the Inter-American Development Bank to the tune of $27 million. The system was developed in collaboration with the St. Catherine Development Agency and the Gibraltar Combined Benevolent Society. The Jamaica National Agency for Accreditation, JANAC, will be working more closely with the energy sector to encourage service providers to become accredited. Speaking at a recent JIS think tank session, JANAC's acting chief executive officer, Claudette Brown, said the goal was to boost consumer confidence.
We hope to be working with the various areas, testing, inspection. If the providers are accredited, then the consumer will have confidence in the product or service that they are getting.
Jamaica has agreed to the United Nations Declaration for a Decade of Sustainable Energy for All from 2014 to 2024. The declaration underscores the importance of energy issues for sustainable development. As the government continues to provide the necessary facilities for children in state care, it is also encouraging parents and guardians to create a more nurturing environment for them.
We have to make a very conscious effort to not only feed, clothe, and give our children a comfortable place to live, but we have to do more. Children need love, they need care, they need attention, they need access to extracurricular activities. So if a child is good at sport, we need to encourage them in sport.
Minister Hannah was addressing the Child Development Agency's 10th anniversary service under the theme, Protecting Children, Transforming Lives, Securing the Future. She also urged Jamaicans to protect the nation's children and to speak out against all forms of child abuse.
It's time that we take back our country from what we're seeing happening to our children. It is time for everybody to work with everybody, not just the CDA, to make sure that we protect our nation's children for the future.
And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Caroline Brown. Thank you for watching.